been a tough day. Been a tough 24 hours. Um, Obviously, I'm making this video from Toronto. And Toronto, my heart is broken. And I think the thing that perhaps is giving me the most feels is Torontonians, Canadians. We are in the midst of chaos right now. The world is literally on fire. And the reason it's on fire is because it's broken. It's because the systems are not working. It's because times are changing. We, as humanity, have evolved. Stay with me here. We have evolved outside of our capability of consciousness. So human beings have evolved to a point where we are intelligent, we have built all these amazing systems, we've gone to space, we've created all this cool shit. But at the end of the day, we are more disconnected from each other than we have ever been. And we are wondering why people are driving trucks into crowds of people. There's no reason that we should be wondering this anymore. Women know, okay? Women know. And women have been screaming for the last 365 days. Longer, screaming about what's happening and what's been happening and what's happened to us since the fucking witch trials. And I know a lot of men who are tired of hearing about it. I know a lot of men who don't believe it, who go, that's not a thing. We need to stop talking about it. There isn't a culture of abuse or systemic abuse toward women. And the answer is, you're wrong. There is. Patriarchal systems have been built to breed inequality. When we say, fuck the patriarchy, we are not talking about hating men. Okay? Those two things are not mutually exclusive. What we are saying is, when a culture is defined by putting one type of person above another, it's dangerous and it results in the world we're living in right now. And when we say fuck the patriarchy, it doesn't mean that we're trying to take apart and dismantle masculinity in the world. It's the exact opposite. I support divine masculinity. All you men out there who are vibrating as allies and who are taking every opportunity you can to talk to other men about what's going on right now, thank you. Thank you. We see you and we love you a lot. To all those people who want to place blame, who want to direct hatred and assumption and fear and illogic and ignorance at groups of people, you're wrong. You're wrong. If I can, as a woman, sit here today and say that what happened yesterday in my city has no impact on how I feel about the divine masculine, that's true. It hasn't affected how I feel about men. It's affected how I feel about what we are allowing to have happen in our society. That we are not treating this like the epidemic that it is. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic that men are picking up guns. I don't care how they're radicalized. I don't care why they get behind the wheel of a car. I don't care whether it's ISIS or whether it's 4chan. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that there is a segment of the population that is this close to hurting people, and we know there is a profile and we're doing nothing. May Toronto lead the way for how civility and love and honor and equality play into justice. And listen, I am not under any false assumptions about what being Canadian means. I know that we are here on the blood and backs of other people. But what I also know is that we can admit we were wrong, and we can change it, and we can take responsibility, and we can say no more, and we can say that we have more in common than what makes us different. We are physiologically the same. What God you pray to, what you believe in or don't believe in, who you're attracted to, who you vote for, it doesn't matter. Those are not the things that you're going to be sitting on your deathbed thinking about. You're going to be thinking about the connections you had, and I know that because I've been there when people leave the planet, and they're not talking about the people that they didn't like or the people that prevented them from doing something. They're talking about love, and they're talking about wanting to not be alone. And that's the thing I'm really proud of about what happened yesterday, and the thing that breaks my heart into a million pieces for beautiful reasons is that people helped. People saw what this person was doing and stayed calm, and they recognized that this person was sick. They didn't think about what their motivation was. They acted. They made sure that people didn't die alone. That's what's important. We are in a critical time, not only in the world, but in Ontario and Toronto and our little communities, where we have people who are spewing rhetoric and hatred, and that is rooted in negativity and fear. And the only things that those things do and bring to the world are destruction and chaos. That's what negative energy does, okay? When you approach things with love and civility and fierce compassion and kindness, and believe me, I know it's hard, but if I can forgive what happened to me in my life, you can let go of whatever bullshit you're holding on to about Islam or the LGBTQ community. And I'm laughing because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to blame other people for the chaos in the world. We are all responsible. We all did this. All of us. And until we all take responsibility for the shape this thing is in and how we have pissed away this Eden that we had, that we did that. And I would challenge to say that whether you believe in Jesus or God or any of that stuff, that the second coming is not about a guy coming out of the sky. It's about us all waking up and realizing that we are co-creators in this reality, and that we have to stop being passive and looking at other people's Instagram and get fucking active and be a soul on the planet and take part and participate. That's my challenge to you. All I do is yell at you guys. I know, it's all I do. It's like, who am I to do that? But I've come from the other side, okay? Like, I've come from the side where I was angry and I was hateful and I was nasty. And you know why I was like that? And you know why I was like that to people? Because I was hurting and I was broken and I was in pain and I wanted everyone else to be there with me. And that's what that is, the fuel for those people. That's why they troll. They want you down with them. They want to drag you through it. And what we can do, as the lovely Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. And she wasn't just talking about insults, she was talking about vibrations. You can vibrate out of this. You know when a negative person comes in the room, how you can block that with energy. That's what we are, mind, body, and spirit. And it's time we all take a step back and realize we were moving too fast. We're acting like we're all on this clock. For what? For what? We're on a ball in space and no one knows why. What the fuck kind of hurry are you in? Relax. The world is on fire. People are dying for no reason. And we need to stop being so afraid of policy change and changes and amendments and changes to laws and policy, those things are how we evolve as a civilization. That is leadership. That is innovation. And if you're afraid about those things, that's okay. Get out of the way. Let people who have the ability and capability lead. Sit back. It's fine. There's plenty of people who are ready and inspired for change. And I am really proud to be from Toronto. I'm really proud that my family chose Canada. I'm not proud of the things that we have actively and inactively participated in. But what I am proud of is where we're going. And where we're going is Canada's not going to take any shit from anybody. And we're going to approach things with due process, civility, love, and kindness. And that's what we're about. We're peacekeepers. We're not here to fight. We are here to stop people from hurting other people. That's what we're about as Canadians. That's what my grandfather fought in the RCAF for and bombed the Nazis. That's why I'm here. If he wouldn't have lived, I wouldn't even be here. So the battle's on, and instead of it being on a battlefield, we're battling with people on the internet who are obviously sick, and they're showing themselves right now, and we need to do something about it because there's evidence, you know, and that's where we can all come together as community and just say no more, none of this. We all know people like this, and it's about time we hold them accountable for their views because they're wrong and they're dangerous. And it's one thing to hold a viewpoint that doesn't hurt anybody. It's another to hold a viewpoint where you want other people hurt, or you want them to die, or you want something bad to happen to them. That's not what we're doing here. And case in point, everybody yesterday went towards this. Nobody ran away. People ran towards it. We are helpers at the core. That police officer who took that guy down, he didn't want to kill him, and that guy didn't want to die. And that's a human thing. We are all capable of that. So I'm going to stop yelling at you now. I just want everyone to wake up. And if you need help waking up, or you want to do this privately, one-on-one, get at me. But we are here together. It's about the moments. It's about enjoying them, and hang in there. Vibrate high. When people are vibrating low, talk to them about it. If you're worried about somebody, talk to people about it. Do something. Like, that's why we're all here. It's Neighborhood Watch 2018. Love you. Hang in there.